no sense of humor.
Yeah, he just put the ball down on the court at the baseline
To show where you can see it. Well, you can't in this shot, but he put the ball down where he said the ball came down out. And that was his mild form of protest. A little look at the linesman indicating to him that he thought he made a mistake on it. It's 15 all.
Look at McEnroe down the other end of the court. He always likes to be the one who's dictating the pace of the play, if he possibly can. Nothing wrong with that. Good psychology.
Well, and I think Mecir managed to win some of the crowd back in his favor. It's very much in his mind, the performance after McEnroe won his first game, getting the crowd to cheer him and exhorting them. So good job by Mecir in that sense to kind of win back some to his side. Crowds have been very fair here all week long.
We don't know what to play anymore. We have no idea what shot to play. You going on ball. Oh!
That ball was called a fault. John is saying, I think the serve was good. And he's saying, we just don't know what to play.
Well, what I don't understand is he's mad at the umpire, and it's the lines people who are making the calls.
Now here's McEnroe over by the flowers for this next service return, and Mecir trying to ignore that.
This is danger time for Mecir. He's got to concentrate here. McEnroe has a unique ability to be able to side play, have arguments or joke around, and get back to business immediately. It's tough for the other players to keep up with his rhythm.
Well, he had difficulty doing that in the first set, though. Mecir just ignored all of his antics, and John didn't get it back and dropped the set 6-love. Mecir holds serve and leads 3-2 in the second set. He won the first 6-love. The long-haired teenager had plenty of talent, but Nuke had more experience. And so at match point, Newcomb prevailed to score a 4-set win. John Newcomb, 1974 WCT champion. All right, almost the same. It's 3-2. Mecir leading McEnroe. McEnroe serving here on the second set.
I feel stronger now than I did at the end of that match. That young kid ran me around ragged.
Well, he did that to a lot of people.
You said that you trained for 9 months to win this championship in '74. That's how much this tournament meant to you.
I was only kidding about running ragged, too. I was ready to play 10 sets.
The Trabert triple. What a year. The French, Wimbledon, U.S. Nationals, 1955.
Uh-oh.
Hey, there you are, Trabe.
Oh, is that great?
Defending my country.
Yeah, with a tennis racket, I see.
That was during the Korean War, and I was on an aircraft carrier fighting on the Battle of the French Riviera.
Hey, your ears look bigger there than they are now.
I've got more hair on the side of my head now.
Oh, is that it?
Were you practicing your serve on the carrier, Tony?
I didn't get to play much. Let's get back to this match. McEnroe serving at 2-3, 15-love. Set number 2. Mecir surprisingly won the first set 6-love.
Not only the first set, but the first 3 service games that Mecir has had in this set, I think McEnroe has really tried to throw everything at him, Tony, and he's been strong. He's played good tennis. He's kept down to business. He's hanging in there well, but only getting to the middle part of the set. And McEnroe his game is starting to lift up.
That's what I was alluding to earlier. You beat a guy 6-love. You say, hey, I know he's better than that. He's going to start coming at you. Your games come together. It makes it a close set and a close match. I think Mecir is starting to feel the pressure a little bit at this point.
First love service game for McEnroe. And we're at 3-all as we see the beautiful WCT trophy. It will go to the winner of this match along with $200,000. 3-all in the second set. Long way to go, as we have been reminding you. 3 of 5. The final for the WCT trophy. Unhappy at that error on his forehand. Lamar Hunt, director of WCT, the founder of this tournament back in 1971.
He's done so much for professional tennis, and he worked so hard to make this event what it is. He's been wonderful for professional tennis.
I don't know how Lamar is with his football team, but I know that with the tennis players, all the time that I was playing there, he knew every player by their first name and something about them, their wives' names. He was great. Very personal.
He's involved in every facet of it. He delegates responsibility, but he really runs the thing.
I think he was tuning in there.
McEnroe stumbled trying to get back to the tee area and couldn't get to the ball. Now,
let's hope that
there was any real damage there. Slow to get up.
He's had a hip problem.
Looking at the carpet as though he may have tripped over one of the seams.
Just look where he did lose his footing. Getting near the seam.
Yes, he did.
He tripped on the seam.
Corner. There's a close-up look at the seam. He caught his foot on. Fortunately, he does not appear to have injured himself.
What a great offensive lob that was. Get him to 30-all. Mecir not doing as much.
Get away from me! Stay away!
I don't know what that was about, but I was just going to say Mecir is not doing as much with a tennis ball. Not hitting the balls near the lines as he did that first set.
Or whether he was talking to the seam or the umpire.
Well, he did say don't ever look at me, so I don't think it was the seam.
John's there easily. Mecir playing out ball. Mecir made a mistake because he thought that ball was going to be good down the line. We'll have another look at it. Not a strong volley here. Now this one was going to go wide. He thought, well, if I get it in, I'm all set. Here's a look at John. Good racket preparation. Yes, all right. Now Mecir stretched out there, recovers well, and this one I think was going to be wide. Nuke, you don't agree with me?
It was tight.
We're at deuce.
Advantage Mecir. Seeing tremendous court coverage by both players, and McEnroe's quickness, despite the little problem with his back, as he told us the day of the Edberg match, he feels a lot better than he did just a few weeks ago, but the twinges do come and go. Wide.
And all of a sudden, Tony, I think this is a very, very important game. We're halfway through the set, 3 games all. I don't want to say the 7th game because you'll get mad at me. Because
no, I won't.
I think this is key.
And there's a great point.
You said just a second ago you felt that Mecir was starting to play a little more cautious, not going for his shots quite as much, whereas McEnroe's lifted his game and he's attacking more.
That's what brings them closer together.
McEnroe has had 5 break points so far, but been unable to convert them. Won't get there.
Boy, that was marvelous volley because McEnroe really made a good attempt at the passing shot.
I really think that on this volley, Tony, he was a little bit fortunate. It was a very good passing shot from McEnroe. It was low and hard, and to pick it up that well, it's a great volley, but it's a little fortunate.
Yeah, he was for sure. He wasn't necessarily trying to hit that shorter volley. He was just happy to get his racket on and do what he could. Deuce.
This particular game is one of those key games that can decide a swing in the match.
This is the kind of spot sometimes where Mecir serves and volleys to try to surprise you.
Mecir thought that had the line. McEnroe did not at all, but Mecir now with a grimace starts toward the chair umpire, Jerry Armstrong, and thinks better of it. They're a deuce.
And that's what he's got to be careful of, Mecir. He's got to get on with the game of tennis. Forget about those calls.
I think it shows that he's getting a little tense.
Definitely.
Break point.
That was tense. Good shot from McEnroe. A lot of depth, change of pace, but a very tense drive from Mecir. Not a lot of conviction behind it. A little self-doubt creeping into Mecir's game now.
He's playing like he's trying to protect a lead.
I'm playing not to lose.
That's right.
Rather
Careful.
than playing to win.
Mecir has doubled his unforced errors from the first set, 10-5. A lot of pace and breaks through to lead 4-3 in the second set. Match 4-3 now. McEnroe serving in the second set. He lost the first in a rout 6-love. Got distracted early. Mecir kept his cool, rolled over McEnroe, but he has rebounded.
Famous Jean Barotre, one of the 4 musketeers from France, received the service award last night from Lamar Hunt. 88 years young, 2-time French Wimbledon champion. What a marvelous man. Still plays tennis, though he's had a hip injury from a fall. There are only 2 of the musketeers still living, René Lacoste and Jean Barotre. We just lost Henri Cochet a couple of weeks ago. Toto Brugnon has been gone for several years. Here's a bit of a mishit, Nuke, on this volley. John will certainly take it. He gets good depth on the approach. There's a mishit. See the racket wobble a little bit. Now we're isolated on John coming. And watch how quickly those feet move. Get into a good volleying position. Does a little straddle step. And it's 30-love.
As you might expect with his serve and volley game, McEnroe has been to the net more than
His opponent Mecir considerably more.
Heck of a point. John's got to be saying, what do I have to do to win a point?
30-15.
Well, what you got to do is run a lot. Look how much movement there is here. One side to the other, and you never know what's coming until he's actually hit the ball. That's what makes it so tough. You can't anticipate. You can't get a running start.
30-15. McEnroe leading with a break, 4-3 in the second set.
The only way to stop Mecir doing that is to keep your own drives going very deep, or to serve and volley and get on top of the net so that he can't run you around. But that's difficult to do. You can't come to the net unless you come on a very good approach shot or behind an excellent serve. I should change that a little. You can come in, but you're going to watch the ball go by you.
Right.
You can get off the court real quickly if you want to come in on bad shots.
Boy, what looked like a bad break for McEnroe turns out okay. His shot ticks the net. It's a setup for Mecir, but he missed it.
Fault. 99 side.
John thinks it was good.
No. I think he's just thrilled that the umpire overruled.
In the background, the linesperson signals block view. He couldn't see it. See?
What prompted you to make that decision and not the other?
Now, John's been asking for overrules.
Linesman gave it unsighted call.
That's the only reason.
And the ball was out anyway.
How about the other ones? What about the other calls?
Saw that one clearly.
Well, of course that was clear. I saw the others. I need this ball. Right? Stick it right through your nose.
Well, he got the crowd involved again.
Someone up in the crowd hollered louder to John, so we want to hear what you're saying.
That wasn't your sound at home. He wasn't saying anything. He was
Just mouthed it. Yeah.
mouthing.
Took a little pace off there, and McEnroe didn't quite catch up with
Well,
it.
that was a very interesting shot.
Very smart.
When he came in, I thought, oh, he's going to drive and approach. Then I thought, oh, he's going to do a drop shot. And instead of that, he did a sort of semi-approach shot.
It was
very
too
low.
It was low for him to drive and hit it short with underspin, so it stayed down. And it's deuce.
Just didn't know what was coming out of that.
McEnroe.
Advantage McEnroe.
Well, Mecir looks like a thinking man's tennis player, and that's the way he approaches the game. I asked him yesterday if he actually writes any poetry, because most people look at him and say he looks like a poet. Well, I don't know whether all poets look like that, but he is certainly a thoughtful-looking person. The answer is no, he doesn't write poetry.
First one.
can see that things have turned around in terms of the unforced error category. Through the first set, he won 6-love. 5 and 13 for Mecir in the second. And again, a comment from McEnroe to somebody in the crowd.
Serve to lead 5-3 in the second set, having lost the first 6-love. That's 3 of 5 championship final.
Mecir was a little upset with himself. He had two-handed backhand shots in a row that he thought he should have made. The last one was a lot simpler than the previous one, but he missed them both. One caught the tape, the other goes wide. Things are changing.
It just seemed to me after the return of serve, Mecir was very flat-footed on to play the next shot. What is it? What is that? A little bit of nervousness, Tony?
I think he's a little frustrated at the moment. Yeah, John's playing better.
Oh, great.
This was not a good approach shot from Mecir. Look how short the ball lands. Actually landed on the service line. You can't come in behind an approach shot like that. And in the first set, Mecir didn't come in on approach shots like that.
Solid down the line, right within an inch or two.
I think another thing too, Nuke, on that previous approach shot, Mecir was way too deep in the court. You got to wait for a shorter ball than that. 15-30. Momentum has changed. Two-set points for McEnroe.
I think one of the things to explain it was like McEnroe was in second gear in the first set, and then he shifted up to third gear, and now he's up to fourth gear. Mecir has not shifted out of third gear. Maybe he's gone back a little bit. He hasn't kept pace with his opponent.
So John McEnroe has evened things up here with a 6-3 win in the second set. And we are all even at 1 set apiece. We'll return after this word, and we now pick up the action with Mecir serving in game number 2. In arena in Dallas, we are into the third set, and Miloslav Mecir broke on the first game of the set to lead 1-love after they split sets. And McEnroe is over complaining to Keith Johnson.
Is that possible anymore? Are these guys in charge? Who's in charge? You?
Verbal abuse, point to McEnroe.
The chair umpire has levied a point penalty against McEnroe for a code violation.
The code violation was verbal abuse.
There's going to be another one right here.
To the linesman who's reporting it now over. It is linesman Jerry Lipp apparently reporting the obscenities. And out comes the supervisor, Keith Johnson, to discuss matters. McEnroe's picking up his rackets.
Sorry. What? Yep. I'm not going to play unless they take that away right now. I'm not playing the point. I'm not going to play. I'd rather not play anymore. I really would. It's not worth it for me. I don't have to play. Just take it. Stop. Well, I don't want this guy, he shouldn't be on. He's watching me over here. So what? He heard me say something over here to this guy. Well, then what was the first one? What was the first call? What happened? How did the first one get called? Say what? To what? Who did he see me say it to? I didn't even. I was warming over there. What? He saw me say something under my breath? Is that? What would I say it to? I wasn't even looking at him. No, I wasn't looking at him though. Oh, that's fine. That's fine with me. Now I want to know where he got the first call. I don't see anything. I was talking to myself. What's he watching me for? Is this his job to watch me? No, don't leave yet, okay? I want to get it clear where he made the first one, okay? I was talking to myself. Now, where was he saying? What the hell is he looking for? It's not his job. What the hell is he doing on the court? I'm over here and he's looking at me.
Let's play.
Well, Keith Johnson out there trying to keep McEnroe involved in the match and supporting the chair umpire, Jerry Armstrong. McEnroe threatening to leave the match, but it looks like he's going to continue. He's out there ready to receive. Now, meanwhile, Mecir has had a lot of rest down there, but obviously he would rather keep your rhythm and keep things going.
He's also lost the first point. This is his second penalty, so Mecir serving at 15-love.
So Mecir, who broke through on the first game of this third set to take the early lead, got a freebie point when one was taken away for a code violation from John McEnroe. And McEnroe has evened it up at 15 all, and Mecir cannot be happy with this long delay.
The next one, Tony, is a game penalty.
It is a game penalty, and if there's a fourth one, the match is over.
Is it a set penalty after that and then the match, or is it straight to the match? After the game penalty, that's it.
Mecir very upset now.
At the delays.
Now let's remember that Mecir has a service break here in the third set, but he's down 15-30.
He's lost the 2 points after that delay.
He looks very disgruntled and upset, which is understandable.
Break points for McEnroe.
15-14.
Tim, why do you think McEnroe was laughing at Mecir then?
I'm not sure whether he was perhaps just trying to say, hey, it's not you I'm mad at, but he's thoroughly got Mecir out of whack down there.
Whoa! What a shot.
Great shot by Mecir.
This was a half volley from an unbelievably tough position on the stretch with two hands. Be tough to get to this one with one hand and be on bounce. Look at his bounce after he hit that shot. Just great.
Saved one break point.
You know, a lot of people say that how you move on the court, you move to the ball, and how you can keep your balance is one of the keys to playing good tennis, and this guy does it as well as anyone I've seen.
Well, Mecir battles back to advantage here.
Advantage Mecir.
If he can hold, he can move up 2-love here in the third set.
Deuce. Advantage Mecir.
22-year-old Miloslav Mecir from Privijevca, Czechoslovakia. Now divides his time between Bratislava, Prague, Munich.
Not a real deep approach shot.
Deuce.
Third deuce in this game. Another break point for McEnroe.
Advantage McEnroe.
Sensational return, had exactly what he wanted, took a big swing and hit it out. Fourth deuce. Here's now, look, watch this return. He goes in, he knows he's hurt Mecir. All he has to do is make this volley, and he took a big swing and hit it long. Oh, that could be crucial. Could have gotten him a break point. Matter of fact, that was the break point when he missed that volley.
Longest game of the match thus far. Mecir hangs in there through a long game and moves up 2-love here in the third set. They are a set apiece.
One good. Mecir leads 2 games to love.
We are in Dallas, Texas, where the weather has been just wonderful during this past week. And the reminder that following our tennis action from Dallas, we'll take you to Augusta, Georgia for the final round coverage of the Masters. A tradition unlike any other. The Masters on CBS coming up next.
Well, you got to give Mecir credit for holding on that serve with all that went on that game, fighting from 15-40. He got back into it and settled down. He really did a good job.
It was sort of a key game, wasn't it? There could have been a big swing around then.
Love 30.
Here's the return of serve, which is just fair. It's not really low. What was superb was this passing shot. On the run, outside the sideline, right in the corner. Great shot.
Love 30 now. Love 40. 3 break points for Mecir.
Love 40.
So Mecir breaks at love and opens a 3-love lead in the third set.
Mecir leads 3 games.